Give it a minute for everyone to jump back on. We are here today because he was a staunch advocate that he will not be enforcing the vaccine passport. And this is what we need every single business to do. And that's why we came here today. I told some people I'd be coming here today. For the people just joining in, we just arrived at Kansas King BBQ. Not only do they have absolutely ridiculous food, like literally ridiculous, he is a staunch advocate that he will not be enforcing the vaccine passport or any of that garbage. And that's why we're here today, to give him our business, our support, and also provide him one of these. My wonderful wife is holding. We're going to be giving these out at all the protests, and it's your duty as Canadians to go to all the businesses you frequent, get them to put it up in their window. And it's their acknowledgement they won't be enforcing the Vax Pass. And for any business that wants to publicly acknowledge that, I will personally come to your business. I will bring people to your business. We will spend money at your business. We will get your business noticed. We will be protecting your business from any type of retribution, possibly, that doesn't even exist yet. And here we go. I'll let my wife take over the filming. Here we are, guys. As always, I told everybody I'd be coming here today, and we support small business, especially small businesses that support us. So we're going to go in and we're going to meet the owner. We're going to see the food he's got. And we're going to talk about this Vax Pass. We're going to see how people feel about it. And we're going to talk about the campaign we're doing now, which is to get these in as many windows all over Canada as possible. Oh, by the way, you can download the PDF for free at realchrisSky.com. It's right at the top of the page. It has the poster right there. You just click on it. It's an 11 by 17 PDF that anyone can print off in flyer format or even just paper format. So easy. What's going on, everybody? We just went live. I want everyone to know we're live right now. What's up? What's up? Hey, guys. These are other people that are supporting the non-Vax Pass and businesses that will support the non-Vax Pass. So we're going to come in, we're going to meet the owner, and we're going to see some of this amazing food he has today. He has, oh my God, everything.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure, bro. We're live right now. No worries.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Let everybody know. We're at Kansas King BBQ. Let everyone know who you are.
I'm Kansas King. I'm the owner. I'm Chef Matthew Fatui, and this is my restaurant.
And we're going to get some of his best works today, including
Beef ribs. I'm using 2 types of beef ribs. One that's not on the menu.
You hear that? Wait, bring it here. I want everyone to know. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with 2 things. Well, besides freedom. Creatures and food.
Yeah, it's going to be beef short ribs and beef side ribs, which aren't on the menu. We're going to be doing that special for you. It's actually something we're testing out.
Oh.
So you're going to be one of the first people to ever try it. Very popular.
This is the kind of thing I'll be a test subject for, not an injection in my arm. Just so you know. And we're also here today to give you at least one of these to put in the window. So
That's awesome.
On Instagram, he has a post that says he will not be endorsing the Vax Pass, and that's what every business has to do, and that's what every person has to do. So we're going to be giving these out to businesses, and we're going to try to get them in the other parts of the plaza as well. And then we're going to be enjoying the delicious food.
Yeah, it's, it's really not that difficult. We don't have to change anything.
That's right.
All we have to do is just keep running the business how we're running it.
It's a lot harder to try to enforce it.
Like what's his name, Adamson? Adam Skelly did was much difficult, you know. He started with nothing, you know. He had to convince people that actually hated, you know, that he had to convince people on both sides of the spectrum. Sorry, this is easy because we can get more people united.
That's right. Because even if you're vaccinated, you're still welcome. Whether you're unvaccinated, you're still welcome. This is about freedom of choice. No one's saying what to do, and that's the thing that's better. And the other part with Adam Skelly, he was violating public health orders that allowed them to literally come in and repossess his property and his building, both of which he owned. In this case with the vaccine passports, they have no actual enforcement. If you look at the law, the only enforcement capability they have is to educate the business and the customer. And eventually, when they actually try to make you download the app sometime in October and they do put enforcement in play, you're going to see fines of something like $750 for the person and $1,000 for the corporations. And that's when we, as Canadians, have a duty to go out and get as many of these fines as possible. And just like the hotel quarantine, will overwhelm the system literally overnight, and they'll have to relinquish the idea.
We can actually overwhelm the system right away.
That's what we're doing.
United do it right now. We have 2 weeks. We've never had an opportunity like this. Usually it's like, okay, lockdown on Monday, that's it, everyone comply. We have 2 weeks to get shit together. If we all do it, they're not going to do shit.
That's right. And why do you think we're having an election in 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's exactly
because they're trying to distract everybody from doing exactly what we're doing right now. organizing resistance and getting everybody lined up against this vax pass. If you saw, I was just on the phone before when he got here. I was on the phone with all different first responders from all different districts and all different parts of the GTA. And they all want to come together. Just like the police in Toronto through a protest on September 2nd, they want to do a joint one with police, fire, other first responders. We're even going to get the actor community involved, which already has a protest here on September 16th. And I'm telling you, they've never seen a resistance like this. They've never overstepped as much as they have. And they thought they were going to divide Canadians between the vax and unvax. And all they've done with this vaccine passport is unite us greater than ever.
Yeah, the thing is for restaurants, you got to take the risk because I've been in this industry for 12 years. Right now, we're not getting grandpas and grandmas coming here, taking all the families. We're not getting big parties. Our customers, our main customers right now are young people that are not vaccinated. And if they take that away from us and dine it, then we have nothing. Our sales are already starting to diminish.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to close the small business. You think it's an accident that they want to do a vax pass in Kansas King BBQ, but you can go to Walmart and it's perfectly okay to be unvaccinated even if there's 500 people there? No. This is just another way that they're putting their foot on the throat of small business that they've already closed between 200,000 and 300,000 of our businesses. Canada was thriving with 1.1 million small businesses that represented 70% of the jobs in our country and 97% of all the businesses in our country. As of today, we have something in the 800,000 to 900,000 businesses left, and they're on life support. And we're about to go into another lockdown right after the election, and then they're going to try to use this vax pass and the lockdown to literally close as many more businesses as they can. It's a 1-2 combination. They're trying to control us financially, while at the same time removing our rights and freedoms that protect us from that type of thing, and then perpetually control us. And once they got control, once they got our money, they're going to come for our property, and then they're really going to put the screws to us. But ladies and gentlemen, please say thank you to this gentleman. This is exactly a perfect example of what every business owner in Canada needs, and he's going to have my full support, and that means you're going to have the full support of everybody that supports me, and that's a lot of goddamn people.
And you know, like, I'll tell you, I'm not going to die from COVID. I'm going to die from depression. I'm going to die from suicide at this rate because, you know, nothing's getting better. It's just getting worse and worse, and we're just getting dark. I've had COVID. I survived. And even if I was really sick, I didn't go to the hospital. So you don't need to worry about me going to the hospital if I get COVID. That's before dishonor.
And he's 100% right. The real pandemic is suicide, overdose, depression. I was in places like Sudbury, Ontario, where they have a de facto graveyard set up with crosses representing each overdose death of people that were in their young teens to early in 30s and 40s. And there were more people in that age bracket that died of overdose during the pandemic than there were that died from COVID. And the same thing rings true in BC. There was more overdose deaths in people under 60 than there were COVID deaths. This is what's really killing people. It isn't COVID, it's the lockdowns and all the consequences of the lockdown. So when people try to get mad at me because I had a chuckle when somebody threw gravel at Trudeau, that was the equivalent of when somebody threw the shoe at George Bush. It was something that embarrassed them and showed disrespect and disdain for how they treated the country. It wasn't an assassination attempt or an attempt to harm them people. That's the whole point, and that's why it was funny. Anyway, moving on. The only way to get through this is simply to do what this man's doing and to do what I'm doing and follow our example. We already have over 115,000 businesses in the Ontario group that's against the vaccine passports, over 120,000 in the BC group, over 100,000 in the Quebec group, and the ones in Manitoba and Nova Scotia and the other provinces are growing. You guys saw, we just came back from Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is apparently off limits to anybody from Ontario or all the eastern provinces or middle provinces, unless you get what they're calling a travel pass that you have to apply for online in advance, and then show your proof of vaccination to avoid a 14-day quarantine. Well, we avoided the quarantine, we avoided the vaccination certificate, we avoided the travel pass, and we avoided the checkpoint altogether. And then instead of quarantining 14 days, we went straight to a rally. And I put myself on top of a pickup truck in the middle of the road with over 1,000 people standing on a hill overlooking me and listening to me speak. And the cops did show up. A paddy wagon started coming down the way. And I have to admit, even I stopped speaking for probably half a second. To get me to shut up is hard. And instead of arresting me or fining me, the cops just put their hand out the window, waved, gave a thumbs up to the crowd, and drove off. And that's what we're going to be seeing all around Canada, that everybody is finally coming together with united non-compliance. Guys, I'm going to go enjoy the food. We're going to take some pictures and videos.
I just want to say one more thing. You know, there's a lot of smart people saying, oh, I'm not going to go to a restaurant unless all the staff are vaccinated and all the customers are vaccinated. That's a false reality. That's never going to happen.
Exactly.
We don't even have enough workers right now. There's not enough workers in the workforce. It's so hard to hire people because Trudeau gave people, if you think about it, CERB, $14,000. That's what some of these guys make in a year. $14,000. That's CERB. CRB, once they're collecting all that, they made $25,000, $30,000.
And wait till they turn that to UBI, which is exactly what they're trying to do. That's why they created CERB, CRB, CRCB, all these stupid little programs to get as many people on government assistance as possible so they can make the case that, oh my God, it's necessary for universal basic income, otherwise known as UBI, which is getting as many people under the government thumb as possible. Imagine you were a business owner and you employed 20 people and you made a good amount of money, and all these people that were employed had a nice stable career and a good amount of money. You're independent, you call the shots, you can just say no to the government. Now they put you out of business with their draconian rules and things like the Vax Pass. Now you got to collect government assistance. Now your lifestyle dwindles. Now they no longer serve you, they rule you. You're no longer independent, you depend on them to survive. And that's what they're trying to do to the vast majority of Canadians. That's how you take over a country, by making the majority of the people in a position where they depend on you to survive, so they have no choice and they can't challenge you. On that note, guys, I can't wait to try some of this amazing food, and this is an amazing man, and everybody needs to come here.
Kansas King! I got your dish coming. Okay?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Sorry guys,
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna stop right there.
Take care of all you guys.
Make sure you download these. Once again, you can download them for free, PDF format, at www.realchrisSky.com, and just print them out. You can get flyers, you can get paper, and just go to all the local businesses. Just keep them in your car. And whenever you go shopping, whenever you go into a restaurant, walk in, talk to the owner, tell them everything I just told you, see if they're willing to put it up. And then get those business owners, talk to the business owners in their plaza and the other business owners they know, and get them to put it up. And when you come to one of my protests, when there's thousands of people there, every one of you take these, make copies, and put it in at least 3 to 5 businesses yourself. If we had 5,000 Canadians do that in 5 businesses, that'd be 25,000 businesses right off the bat that we all know we could go and shop hassle-free. Thanks, guys.